Dog's butts smell 7.9% better than a cat's butt.
Show me the numbers.
Awfully specific number.
I need to see the research. Hello, everybody, and welcome. This is the BREWDCAST. I am, as always, Bud Robinson. I remembered to name our show this time. In the upper left-hand corner is Leon Robinson. Say hi, Leon.
Hi, Leon.
In the upper right-hand corner is Town.
Hi, Bud.
How goes it, Town?
Great. I'm not saying hi to Leon. He's disgraced me with his cat talk.
Oh, we could talk about cats. I love cats.
Yeah. Cats are great. Look at this one. He's a noisy dick.
See these headphones? I'm just going to put them down if you're going to talk about cats.
All right, come back. We'll stop talking about cats. It's too bad I don't have my cat ears. Cool beans. So what do we want to talk about? Do you want to talk about Dynamite? Do we want to talk
perhaps the greatest face paint in the history of mankind?
Orange Cassidy did a fantastic job.
Just over the top, man. He does so much all the time with that. I saw that and I was just immediately like, that is so fucking perfect. You got Sting and Darby with like this intricate face paint, and then it was fucking perfect.
The best part was when Tony Schiavone is like, "Can somebody help me? What does his face paint say?"
And Daz is like, "OC for Orange Cassidy." Oh yeah, okay.
We'll edit it in post.
I enjoyed that match. I thought it was a good opener.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
No Jeff Jarrett tonight. I was shocked. Because usually he's in 14 segments. Tonight he wasn't on there.
At all.
Oh, fuck.
Maybe he slept in today.
I like the angle they did with the Young Bucks at the start. I thought that was good. I thought the way they ended was pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I do think Callis is going to turn on Omega.
Maybe he's going to the Blackpool Combat Club?
I don't know.
Maybe he's trying to push Kenny over to that. I get the sense. I think you're right. I hadn't thought about that, but I think that it's pretty clear that
I think the
Callis
match,
is trying to.
I think the match they're going to go for is going to be the Blackpool Combat Club, including Bryan Danielson, who should come back as an angry, mean heel. They're going to have him go there, and then against the Elite, Young Bucks, Omega, and Hangman. I think that's the play.
I could see that, and then play up the Don Callis thing. We finally see the split, and Kenny Omega just beats the hell out of Don Callis.
Yeah, and I think getting those two groups away from those trios titles is great. Because Blackpool Combat Club needs those. I'm concerned that they're going to put Wardlow back with Powerhouse Hobbs. And I don't want to see that. Not because I don't think they can't have good matches, but I think they need to do something else with Wardlow, get away from the title.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, but like, what else do you do with Hobbs other than like make him a monster and just like destroy people?
You keep the title on Hobbs. And you just have him beat the fuck out of everybody.
Yeah, I suppose.
And then he loses to Jungle Boy.
Okay.
That's my thought.
I mean, we could see that. I don't know. I don't know what you do with Jungle Boy otherwise. Because he's not ready for the world title.
I think we're getting a 4-way at the pay-per-view, though. I straight up think we're getting a 4-way.
Then it's just like, why?
I get to see paper?
What?
What, Leon?
You said pay-per-view. You get to see paper?
It would be better. I know you're an E guy. It would be better if I said premium live event. You get it now?
What's that?
I hate you sometimes, Leon.
Oh dear.
Okay.
The big show, Leon. with all the lights, and you have to pay for it. That's what we're talking
Pay-per-view.
Not pay-per-view.
Oh. So you're not viewing the paper.
Do you want me to go get Floppy out of the closet I have him in to explain this to you?
Oh no.
Sure.
You found him?
Have Floppy. I've known where he is. He's sitting in there with Lemmy Beard.
Do it.
He should be he should be a special guest on our show.
Because that won't get us at all. That's totally fair.
We are not prepared for that interview though.
Only because Leon.
You could just blur him. You could just blur him.
I feel like that thing going flow. I think it'd be pretty obvious what it was.
Yeah, but you blur him, and then you have plausible deniability.
It's a paperweight.
Yeah. It's a large, floppy paperweight.
Flesh-colored paperweight with balls.
Balls.
That's good.
Bulls.
Oh, I don't know. I thought Dynamite was all right. That main event was pretty bonkers.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys can work.
Good. Yeah, good lord. Like, I've heard about Vikingo, but I have never seen him, and like now I want to go back and like check out all of his matches. Incredible guy, incredible talent.
Bump the dude can fucking work. Just like wow. Great.
I understand he's supposed to be quite the professional wrestler.
Watch the show, you'll see. I was impressed. And nothing impresses me other than Orange Cassidy. So, speaking of that, him against Orange Cassidy would be a main event anywhere. Job, Leon.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not seeing it like right now. But maybe that's just because their styles clash so much. But it's not as though Orange Cassidy can't go. It's just that they are so polar opposite. And again, Orange Cassidy had a great match with Kenny Omega and Pac, and those two are complete opposite.
I think the other thing that I keep reading about is Forbidden Door 2.
Yeah, June something.
So are we gonna do? Are we gonna get the Danielson match we didn't get last year?
Oh God, that would be amazing. Maybe
we fucking better.
I don't know.
Are we gonna get Punk Okada like we were supposed to get last year?
Again, maybe.
No, it's supposed to be Punk Tana.
Oh yeah, Tanahashi.
I mean, I could see Okada too. Okada wasn't even supposed to be there last year.
Okada. Who do you think
tricked us all?
And who?
What?
Who is Danielson supposed to fight?
Zack Sabre.
Yeah, that match would be.
Oh
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That one would be pretty. That one would be pretty off the charts.
I think, like, yeah. My one issue with Forbidden Door 2, if I remember correctly, they said it's June again. And that's fucking. It's just another. It's like they did last year. It's a month after. Whatever their May pay-per-view is. Like, it does not give them a lot of time to.
Double or nothing.
Double or nothing. That's right.
The only argument I would have to that is that because it's a pay-per-view with guys from a different company, it's kind of like a super show, so it doesn't have to be created, like, booked the same way. So I can kind of see the argument there. I see your argument, though, too. But then where do you put it? Do you put it July?
Yeah, and NJPW doesn't have...
Because at the end of August, you have that big show, All Out. I hope they rename it to Brawl Out. I just want it to be Brawl Out from now on.
I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think they need to remind anybody.
No, because we're not going to forget. We're asshole wrestling fans.
No, we won't forget. This is the new screw job.
We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us.
Boo.
We are wrestling fans.
We are the marks who you have to answer to, you bitches.
Is Bray gonna actually wrestle at WrestleMania?
I don't know.
Or is he just gonna?
From what I understand, at this point, probably not.
Yeah, he's just kind of like disappeared and isn't doing anything. Go Bray. He's so good. He's the best.
Well, I mean, that's not fair. Like, he came back and we don't know what happened.
Do we know why he's gone? Is he sick? Is he hurt? Is he
idea.
mad about fucking creative? Did he get a hangnail? Did he accidentally shard in his underwear? I mean, what's going on?
Dave Meltzer assures us it's not creative. But that was like a week and a half ago. I don't know.
Dave Meltzer doesn't always have the answer.
No.
I had seen something about it being something not physical, but then... So
like
I don't...
A health situation or something like that.
Yeah.
But what does that even fucking mean?
That could be fucking anything. With him, it could be a mental health thing, too. You never know.
That's true. Yeah.
I just wish we got a Bray Wyatt.
He's been very public about that, so...
I wish we got a Bray Wyatt that was just unleashed and let him do his thing, but we're never going to get that, and it's like... He's like a tortured artist. He's like Kurt Cobain. If he doesn't get to do things the way he wants to do them, then he doesn't want to do them at all. And he gets super mad about it, and then they fight about it in creative, and it just turns to shit. Then we get Orton, Fiend and Mania with Alexa Bliss. Having goo come out of her eyes, I guess it was. I don't know.
Pedophile vibes.
God,
yeah.
that was disappointing.
That was the worst fucking thing I've ever seen in professional wrestling. Not saying something because I saw the Gooker. I watched the Shockmaster live as it happened as a little kid, and I was just like, "Wow!"
Did you watch the Gooker live?
The Gooker I did not see live. I saw the Gooker the week after though, and he was on there like he did a promo, like a little promo segment with Tugboat. And I was like, what is that? Like, what the fuck?
They really had him make more appearances after that initial one?
Oh, yeah.
They didn't just bury it?
No. So that was like middle November, or it was Thanksgiving, and by, I think like the third week of December, they scrapped it. But for like 3 weeks, they had him all over the show in the segments in the back.
No
with his wiffle ball eyes. I almost, hold on. Let me type into YouTube once.
Gobbledygooker was the act that got Bryan Danielson into wrestling. Fact. You can't convince me otherwise.
Now, which one of those was the best, bud? I personally liked him with the Bushwhackers. I thought that was good.
That one was great, especially then when they were making out with them or something.
That feels like a natural fit.
It licked people's heads. Then Saba Simba was like,
that's right.
I'm just like, wow, this is offensive.
Oh, God, fucking Tony Atlas.
Yeah.
I think maybe Tugboat was the best. Can you do this? Yes.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Almost everybody can do that.
Gobble. We should have a podcast where Leon dresses as the Gooker and only says gobble, gobble. Can we do that? Because we wouldn't get anywhere, would we?
No, we wouldn't. Absolutely, we would not.
Gobble, gobble.
Yeah, he's got
gobble,
it.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
You would have made a good Gooker, Leon. You would have made a good Gooker.
Gobble, gobble. I do have experience as a professional mascot.
That's true. That's true.
I was paid money.
That's true.
Real currency.
You were a woodchuck.
not woodchuck bucks.
That is still the funnest job I have ever had in my entire life at this point.
I don't know if that's good or if that's sad.
I don't know how I feel about that either.
Funnest?
I'm a little sad.
I didn't say best, but funnest for sure. Easily the funnest job I've ever had.
And most jobs that you get as an adult suck. Like they're not fun.
It was honestly, I mean, it was pretty fulfilling too. It was a good time. Making little kids night and everything. It was good times, man.
Fucking Mark.
I enjoyed myself.
Mark.
Got to make people feel happy and joy.
What does that have to do with it?
Mark. White meat babyface Mark.
You're just
all right, this is going
well.
Where did this go?
We talked about wrestling.
The Gooker we were talking about. Then Leon.
So it's your fault.
The Gooker was kind of wrestling.
Yeah, but you started it.
I was just trying to say they did push him for a little bit.
Yeah.
They just put him in there pre-promos with other guys. Then someone realized you probably can't push a Thanksgiving turkey as a wrestler in like, I don't know, June. That might not work.
Actually, just recently, listened to another Pritchard one where they were doing, it was their Box of Gimmicks episode, and they did talk about Gooker for a while. Apparently, he wasn't supposed to be a wrestler in that. He was supposed to be like a mascot for the WWF and, like show up and do little bits, during, I guess, what the fuck's the word? Intermission.
Leon.
Between matches, that kind of thing.
Leon.
Yeah.
He has fucking wiffle ball eyes. Look at his fucking eyes. He's got wiffle ball eyes.
I know, Tony.
It's not a good mascot.
Well,
it's like I went to Walmart with.
That's what they said he was supposed to be.
I went to Walmart with $40 and needed a Gooker costume. This is what I got: wiffle balls, some feathers, and paper mache. And here you go.
Yep. Hey. No arguments. Diet Dr. Pepper. It's the only one that tastes like regular Dr. Pepper.
They're not sponsoring us, but I wish they were. I would gladly accept the sponsor for Dr. Pepper.
Yo, be a Pepper too.
I mean, I would accept a sponsor from anybody.
Tugboat's also a shitty gimmick.
What, a guy who thinks he's a boat? No.
Yeah.
No, that's totally not.
Did you know
that's like top level?
Apparently considering him to be Chic Tugboat before they went with
Tugboat. Yes, I've heard that tons of times.
I'm sorry, what?
They wanted Tugboat to turn on Hogan, and then instead of having Sergeant Slaughter be the one that fought him at WrestleMania 7, they were going to have Tugboat win the strap for Warrior, and they were going to turn him into Chic Tugboat and then have him lose to Hogan at Mania.
That was a new one on me listening to the same podcast. I was just like,
these are the kind of things that makes it really hard to be a wrestling fan sometimes. Jesus Christ.
Okay, but hold on.
Long and distinguished.
Hold on, wait.
The list is long and fucking distinguished.
Would he have worn the same outfit except changed his boots to the curl toe boots like the Iron Sheik?
Probably. Let's be honest.
Then
he might have put the veil on his 90s, face.
So they're gonna give him a turban too.
A turban with his but the same. Everything else remains the same.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm in. Then let's do it. Then they should have done it and kept the belt on him for 10 years. Longer reign than Roman. Chic Tugboat wins again, and no one cares.
What? I guess the question there is, what do they give him as a finish and give him a goofy pun for the name for it?
Oh no!
Because he's not going to just keep like, or is he going to keep one of those? Is he going to keep like he did like an avalanche, right? Corner avalanche splash or something like that. I can't even remember.
I'm gonna Google what was Tugboat's finisher. Hold on. What?
I know. Earthquake had his sit down splash. I'm trying to remember Tugboat though. / Typhoon.
Somebody made a video of the top 10 moves of the Shockmaster Typhoon Tugboat. I thought he just did a splash. Earthquake did the sit down splash. He just did like a warrior splash.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So what kind of awful pun does that get, or does he change? Does he start using the camel clutch, the cobra clutch at that point?
Well, I think that was only used because of
Slaughter.
So I think you could go with, what if he just loaded his boot like the Sheik did, and then he just kicked him in the knee, then they fell down, then he splashed them.
That could work.
Maybe.
But then you need a name for that though. What do we call it?
What about the camel clutch? Does he steal that from the Sheik?
He could steal
Big
that.
Guy like him, that would be a hell of a finisher. That sitting on your back and yanking back on your neck.
Why the fuck are we trying to sell this?
I don't know.
Sandy Vance.
Because it's great. That's why this is the fantasy booking I like. Book something bad. Yeah. Yeah.
To make it even more amazing.
Well, we were having a war. It was the Gulf War. Iraq invaded Kuwait.
I was gonna say, you're a history major. Come on now.
Yeah, no, I had to think for a second. I'm trying to place, I'm trying to think of something. Oh my god, what the hell could you call that move?
Which one are we going with? The camel clutch?
The fuck the camel clutch. That's not cool. I want the loaded boot shin kick splash because that's stupid. It's better.
Now, how do we make that an offensive ethnic stereotype?
There's sand over there, so I think like sand should be involved.
The sand
Like
advantage.
The desert splash.
The sandstorm would be a good one.
The desert storm splash.
Nearly offensive enough.
Right on the fucking nose. It's the desert storm splash. Not offensive at all. God, wrestling's fucking stupid.
Yes,
but shit, I remember being a little kid with Hogan fighting Slaughter. I bought the WrestleMania 7 promo book they had at the store, and I was all amped up. Hogan needs to beat that Sergeant Slaughter because he's bad. He turned on America. And I did exactly what they wanted me to do.
You bought the stuff.
Yeah.
You saw the show.
I love wrestling, so I buy shit.
That was around the point where I was just like, wait a minute. Huh? I think that was around, I still didn't fully acknowledge that, kayfabe was a thing and that, everything was predetermined and it wasn't really guys out there fighting each other and everything yet. But I think this is one of those points where I was like, wait a minute. Huh?
So that would have been 91. And in
90.
91.
Oh, that's right, 91 for that, yeah. I was thinking Gooker again, I'm sorry.
That was 90 into 91, yeah. But 91, that would have been the 91 WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And the business fell on his ass in 93. And it had
so
a lot.
It was like 9.
But no, point. if you remember what happened was they had Hogan, and then Hogan lost the belt to Taker. Taker won it back. Flair got the belt. Then they went with Flair. So the product they kind of changed the product a little bit there, and then Savage got it. At the end of 92, when they gave the strap to Hart, that was awesome. I remember that happening. I remember being so excited because I was just a little kid. I just remember being so excited he won the belt. Because one of the other kids there told me, I'm like, that didn't happen. There's no way. And then I watched TV and it actually happened. I was like, holy shit. Because Bret Hart was awesome because he always had good matches. And it was like, there was this like fleeting moment at the end of that year where it was like, we're going to have really good wrestling matches and everything's going to be great. And then it turned to 93. And then in the Royal Rumble, Giant Gonzalez came out. And then everything went downhill.
If ever there was an omen.
No, really, though. I mean, I'm not kidding. That's honest to God what happened.
Poor George.
And then WrestleMania 9 was such a clusterfuck of shit. That's the one, like, I love watching old WrestleManias, but I cannot watch 9 because it's that bad. And then Hogan wins the belt at the end. And everyone's
Fun fact, Tony, I went where WrestleMania 9 took place.
Yeah, I know. Sounds right. They should bring you in as Giant Gonzalez 2.0. Giant.
I'm about a foot short. I'm about a foot short there, though, Tony.
Doesn't matter.
I will happily paint a butt crack on your leotard.
Bud can paint butt cracks, so we're good.
I'm very good at them.
Fuck yeah, let's do this shit. I'll take a paycheck.
Make sure to paint a poopy streak on there too.
I don't think I'll have to. I'm kidding, Leon. I'm kidding.
He's not
kidding. I love you, Leon.
Life, Budrick.
He's not kidding.
Is life.
Do you drink out of your bidet?
No, Jesus fuck, dude. Don't you? That water is not drinking water. I mean, technically it comes out from the same stuff, so I guess I could, but no.
Why would you?
I'll send you $5 if you take a video of you drinking out of your bidet.
Absolutely fucking not.
I think $5 is a bit low.
20. But then we get to put it on YouTube and make it a YouTube short.
Yes, mother, I have gone viral. No, please stay off the internet. You don't want to see it.
Large idiot drinks out of poopy toilet. That's how Bud would title it.
That's how we name it too.
I would not call him an idiot.
No. Dumbass?
No.
Strange fellow? Then Floppy could be in the background
strange fellow.
encouraging him.
Yeah.
That works.
Do we have anything besides
We can
fantasy
suction
book?
cup Poppy to the fucking back of the bowl.
Do we have anything besides fantasy book?
Be there egging me on.
The Chic Tugboat thing that we need to talk about because that was pretty bad. Fantasy books, some other terrible things shouldn't have happened.
Apparently, Joey Janela is fighting Kota Ibushi for Joey Janela's spring break.
Oh, that'll be cool. I like Joey Janela. I like him when he's successful.
I like Kota Ibushi.
I like Kota Ibushi too. He's pretty fucking good.
I think there would be.
Where's he going to end up though?
I don't know. I really think
Wherever
he's just
gonna.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna fuck around for a while. And I think eventually he'll wind up somewhere and nobody will see it coming. That's just my guess, though. Like, is
the rumor that he's gonna sign with the WWA?
Yes, but we have to reform it first.
We got Kota Ibushi. Nothing else. We got him though.
Nobody else. He just does flippy shit all the time.
Take a fucking bump and just lay there. Ow!
We're gonna book him into a hot feud with Chet Danielson.
A submission match with fucking Jeb.
With his fucking strong style, baby.
Jeb strong style? I remember a lot of
strong style.
I remember a lot of weak slaps out of Jeb.
No, Chet.
Oh, Chet. Chet
was the one that Chet was when I was trying to do some sort of amalgamation of strong style. Yes, because his finisher was his fucking lariat.
I like Chet's lariat. I like Chet's lariat. But I'm gonna be honest.
Your favorite one was the one that you had fucking Rainville no sell and fucking growl at me like Goldberg after.
That was funny.
Fucking broke me.
Yeah, I remember that. I like Chet's clothesline, and that was about all I liked about Chet.
Chet didn't get a fair shake.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot else to like about him. I tried, but
we brought him in and we used him, but it was like he just kind of was there.
Yep.
Which is disappointing because Town's intro with him calling him Chetty Chetty Bang Bang was A+ material.
Yeah. You could call it that.
Just I remember that because Bud comes in. I found this new guy who wants to wrestle, but he's from the mental ward. His name is Chet Danielson. Oh, Chet, okay. No, you can't call him Chet now. That gets him really mad. Oh, okay. Hey, Chet, how you doing?
Oh, Christ.
He was sitting there seething, trying not to fucking laugh because it was hilarious. I do think that was the best summer for ribs, though, because we just went all out.
Mm-hmm.
It started with Leon's fake pierced nipple, and then it just never stopped.
Glorious.
That's weird, because that summer we had like a bunch of good matches.
Mm-hmm.
But the things I remember about it most are the stupid things.
Yeah.
Like Chetty Chetty Bang Bang, Leon's fake pierced nipple. The time Leon pretended to be Jaws by wearing a sweatshirt over his head and flopped on the floor. Like that one.
I mean, lots of other people looked stupid in that segment too, but
we all did. We all did. There wasn't one of us that didn't look stupid.
I think that was the only time Jimbo looked like the smartest person in the room. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Rainbow with his Triple G finger knives when he was Freddy and he had the butter knives. And then Jimbo's like, "Are you going to make me some toast?"
Oh, good Lord. I loved it.
That was a good one, though. That was fucking
Wasn't
funny.
Cage like the leprechaun or some shit?
Probably. I don't think he was there.
No.
At that point, he was gone because I think he moved or something. He was a little older then.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't fun. Okay. He got tall too. That kid's like 6'2".
It happens.
He's also like 30.
I mean,
so we call him a kid, but
sometimes people grow up.
Sometimes they do.
Not us, thank God.
No, at least not mentally.
I just read a thing tonight that Roman's going to take time off after Mania. I think he's losing.
Yeah.
And I also read an article.
You know what I want?
What?
I want a WrestleMania 9 finish. I want Roman to get the win over Cody, and then Sammy comes out there and he plays the Hogan role.
Okay. Fantasy booking town. It's WrestleMania. It's the main event, right?
Mm-hmm.
Roman Reigns cheats to win. He beats Cody Rhodes.
Mm-hmm.
The ring celebrating.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody needs to save the day.
Sammy fucking Zayn.
No.
Yes.
Kevin Owens.
And then the song Jane hits.
No.
And Orange Cassidy comes down. Superman punches him, pins him, wins the world championship, goes whatever, throws it in the garbage and leaves.
Better. I'm gonna take what most of that was amazing, but here's what he does. Instead of throwing it in the garbage, he just hands it to one of the fans and he goes home.
You can have this. Bye. It just walks out. I don't think Sammy should be WWE champion. I get your dislike of the situation, and I get how they built that angle, but
he could have been.
Yeah, but he wasn't.
He could have absolutely been, and they screwed the pooch on that. And it's hard to bring it back from
I don't think they
do the that doesn't work for me, brother thing like WrestleMania 9. Just right there.
I don't think they're gonna do that.
They have fucking Paul Heyman throw salt in Cody's eyes, and then he gets the Superman punch and the spear and the 1, 2, 3, and then
then Orange Cassidy comes out
there.
Orange gets into a fan, goes home.
Heyman tries to throw salt in fucking Sami Zayn's eyes, but he moves and he gets in Roman's eyes, and then boom, haluva kick, new champion.
I don't know what you're going to title this episode, but it should just be shitty booking plans.
Why did we even record?
Shitty booking plans.
I think shitty booking plans.
Here's my argument against you. The biggest piece of the feud between the Bloodline and Sammy has always been the Usos not thinking he's one of them. And he almost split the Usos in half. One thinks he isn't, one thinks he is. To me, that's the story to tell with him. And I think if you give that belt to Sammy, I think Sammy has a nice little run. But I don't think Sammy's going to do with the belt what Cody's going to do with the belt. Because I think Cody's going to have one of those big runs where he does a lot of shit and he does a lot of fucking TV appearances and shit. That just kind of feels what they're going to do. So, to me, that story, the story of Sammy and Owens coming back together and taking out the Usos who have been just kicking everybody's ass, I like that. I think it's good, and I think I like that story. Because you want Sammy to be Bryan Danielson.
I get where Leon's coming from. I'm kind of like with him. I just think it's clear they had a path, and I think Cody's the better option. But I also think like they could have split up the belts, like we've talked about before. At which point, Sammy makes a lot of sense, as does Cody.
I agree.
And I think if you put Sammy on SmackDown and because Sammy's still a big name, but like Cody is like the money right now. Put him on Raw.
I guess my only issue is at the pay-per-view where Sammy fought Roman and that was his hometown or that was whatever. If you would have made any switch there, you have this guy that you've been building up to lose at the biggest show of them all, and you're just going to have him lose a month before? The fuck are you doing? From a business standpoint, that doesn't make any sense. There's no good way to do that. It's not smart. The money is the following month, the WrestleMania, the biggest show. That's where that guy needs to lose. Otherwise, you're kind of making that match seem less important.
I mean, yes, but they could have also made it super close and I
thought it was super close. I thought they did a good job keeping. I thought Sammy looked strong after that match. I just don't think. I guess unless you said that night one of Mania was going to be Cody Roman as the main event, and then they had a hell of a match. Cody went out there and beat him, and then night two it was Sammy and Roman, and then Sammy beat Roman for the other belt. And then Roman could be like, "Well, you only beat me because I was already tired." and then you'd have a story. But I don't know. I think when I look at it from a business standpoint, night 2, Cody Roman with Cody beating him clean in the middle of the ring, holding those belts up at the end. We have a huge historic moment. We got a new fucking babyface superhero. Kind of got to do it, right?
That's fair. Yeah.
Just my opinion. What do I know? I'm just pissed it's not Orange Cassidy. I want everything to be Orange Cassidy.
You know the history of the gobbledygooker. That you do know.
I do. Holy fuck, could you imagine a segment with Orange Cassidy and the Gooker? That actually would be fantastic.
That would be.
That would work. Danhausen, Orange Cassidy, and the Gooker.
Yeah. That could be the
new best friends.
That could be the new trios champions.
They'd get Danhausen and Orange Cassidy would get that over.
Mm-hmm.
That's the kicker, is they would somehow get that over. Are you drinking a LaCroix?
No, not today.
Okay, because I know how much you love.
It's off-brand LaCroix.
Okay, I know how much you love LaCroix.
I do love me a LaCroix.
I thought you were having a Starry.
I don't know what that is. What is that?
That's like the replacement that Coke did for Sierra Mist, or is it Pepsi? I don't know. They phased out Sierra Mist, and they got this new one called Starry.
Of course they did.
Why'd they get rid of Sierra Mist? I was suddenly saddened. I love Sierra Mist.
I have no fucking idea, dude.
Okay.
I just heard that it happened, and that looks similar to the pictures I've seen of the can.
Really disappointed.
Didn't they do that with Surge too?
They got rid of Surge and then Mellow Yellow.
They brought it back as Mellow Yellow.
Yeah, but it wasn't quite the same. Dude, Surge, let's be honest about Surge. I know Scott Borden loves Surge, and it was like a staple of our company.
Maybe this is the thing that'll get him back on the show.
That shit was like, it didn't pour out of a glass. It was like a sugary syrup. It was so fucking sugary. In my whole life,
neon goddamn green.
In my whole life, I drank 2 of them. In my whole life, because I didn't want to die. There was once I went low and there was Surge. I'm like, I'll just drink the Surge. I remember I opened it up and I took a sip. I'm just like, oh my god, who the fuck drinks this? It's terrible.
I wasn't even considering that. Yeah, that could have been a death sentence for you. Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, it was not a fan of the Surge.
No.
Yeah, there's a lot of fucking sugar in that shit.
There was
a lot.
There was like
even for soda,
68 grams of sugar in one can or something.
It was something stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, we love Surge though. We poured it on everything. And are you looking, bud?
I'm gonna look it up.
Okay. It was a lot, but it was just the consistency of it wasn't a soda.
Oh my god!
It was a syrup.
This is
that color was like the most unnatural soda color I'd ever seen.
It was like fucking toxic.
That's saying something.
We should get Rainville on here just to talk about Surge. That's why he ended up the way
he did. Fucking mutagen from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Were you there the night? You were there because I remember you were there. We drank. We were drinking whiskey, and Rainville was mixing his whiskey with Surge.
Oh God. That's awful.
You know, I could actually see that happening.
Him and fucking Jensen were mixing their whiskey with Surge.
I don't know if I mentioned this before, but apparently Mountain Dew was initially made as this was supposed to be like a whiskey mixer. So I could see Surge working as it. I've never tried it myself.
I don't know if it did because I didn't try it, but those guys, I remember Jensen could not drink Surge after that because it was the worst thing ever. But
it does not say.
Surge, the soda that kills you slowly from the inside.
I mean, their logo is their logo looks like something that would have been on Beavis and Butthead as a joke.
But it was the most. But it was like the most. It was the most late '90s fucking soda there ever was.
Oh god, it was. Yeah,
it was like the epitome of that time. Drink Surge, it'll make you feel great. And you drink it, you're just like, whoa, fuck.
I think I'm gonna die right now.
Rainville drank so much. Rainville drank so much fucking Surge. Yeah, they do. They have it back a little bit. He had the Surge fucking bucket hat with the Surge logo.
Yep.
He won a Surge Game Boy. He had like a Surge he had Surge everything. I'm like, how are you getting this shit? Well, I win shit in the 12 packs. I'm like, oh, how much fucking A, okay.
Why? You have so much to live for. 230 calories. Yeah. 61 grams of fucking sugar.
They were a bit excited. It was so Jesus. Sugary.
Jesus Christ.
Like, if I drink a can of Coke, I think that it has too much sugar. Because just the consistency and the flavor compared to what I'm used to. But, like, that shit was, like, next level. Like, close your throat. You can feel the sugar crystals in the syrup. Because it wasn't a soda. It was a syrup.
Citrus-flavored soda.
Syrup.
With other natural flavors.
None of it was natural. It was all toxic.
Maple syrup. This does too. Like, and they haven't changed their logo at all. Did this suddenly become a soda podcast? Let's look up other sodas.
Other bad sodas.
I just swerved us off there. I do apologize.
I don't think he does. It's valid.
I do. Bud's drinking Starry. Sorry.
Starry soda. I don't know, bud. I don't know, Leon. I'm still curious about Mania. Are you gonna watch Mania this year, bud?
No. I'm good.
What if it's really good?
Not live, but I mean,
is it this weekend?
Then I will go. Oh shucks.
It's next weekend.
Okay.
Next weekend, so I'll be ready for it. I'll have it on in the background while I do 5 other things. Can't wait for that Bray Wyatt match. It's gonna be great. They're gonna make the arena dark, and they're gonna make some noises in the ring, and they're gonna say Bray Wyatt had a match.
Jesus Christ!
But it's actually gonna be I don't know, who do they have there? That's like a road agent, Billy Kidman and I don't know,
just stomping their feet on the mat, going oh.
One of them suddenly yells, "That's spooky!"
And the Fiend gets the win. They just play his music and nobody's in the ring.
Fill the entire arena with fog.
Maybe this is what they should do with Bray's character. They should make it a joke. Maybe not.
Too late.
I already did.
I was waiting for that. Oh dear. So what did you see?
Orton match where they had the cockroaches on the ring?
Oh
god, that was bad. Did you see tonight with FTR where they're going to fight the Guns, and if they lose, they'll leave AEW forever?
Yeah.
Are they losing that match?
I don't know.
I think
they're playing with that.
They've reached their decision, and they hope the fans will understand or some shit like that. So if they're doing that, where they're going to leave if they lose,
they're so fucking cryptic though. Those ass bags. I love them though. At the same time,
I'm telling you, they are learning.
There's some working sons of bitches
from CM Punk. This is like top level trolling shit right here.
I still think the money match is Punk and FTR against the Elite.
Yeah,
I think that's it. But I don't know how that's going to fit in. What if Punk's in the Blackpool Combat Club? What if he's the fourth guy? What if he's the guy calling the shots? Oh. Yeah, see?
Got history with Mox.
I mean, that's tough to
got history with Danielson.
But like
before the whole thing came together last year, he was talking in interviews about how him and Danielson wanted to do a tag team together.
Mm-hmm.
Like somebody in Stevenson. I can't remember the tag team. It was they wanted to do somebody in Ray Stevenson-esque tag team with just them in black tights and trunks and boots, and then just beating the shit out of people. I can't remember who the other one.
Combat Club kind of is.
Exactly. Yeah, and then when that came together with him and Mox, I was like, that looked kind of familiar.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, I could see it, but also heel Mox is very much like he seems like he's calling the shots and he's like directing the violence, but maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, do you want to tie
quite
up?
A swerve?
I don't know. I'm curious to see what happens. Or just here's the other thing that we're not thinking of. What if CM Punk comes back, goes out there and cuts a promo, and everybody fucking cheers him?
Depends on where
that's very possible.
There are two people that I know of that can get a crowd to hate them very quickly, and one of them is MJF, the other one is CM Punk.
Yep.
Like those two get the crowd. So whatever other issues I have with the two of them, of which I've talked about, but like they get the crowd. They understand marks and they know how to work us. Let's be honest.
I'm still sad that they ruined MJF's rebar mitzvah and threw him into a cake.
I'm not. Oh.
I love that though, because
I think we're burying the lead here, where MGF had fucking strippers at his birthday or at his bar mitzvah.
Yeah, go MJF.
Like, is that a common thing? Like, do they have strippers at bar mitzvahs?
How the fuck would I know, Leon? I don't know if idea.
I don't think
you
so.
Google, type it into Google. You can ask me that question. I'm not a historian of.
Well, I was just curious if one of you guys perhaps knew. I don't know.
No, I don't.
And
now Bud's gonna look, and we're gonna go down another foxhole. Jesus fuck.
Hey, bar mitzvah strippers is what I'm putting it to Google right now.
You put bar mitzvah strippers in Google. That's not gonna end well.
We got a Spotify song. We got Party Pop, whatever that is. So, I mean, it's not. I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure bar mitzvahs are for like teenagers.
13-year-olds, yeah.
Yeah. 13. I don't think 13-year-olds should be having strippers at their parties, but that's me. Those are my cultural biases.
MJF
I am willing to,
MJF is not like everyone else, though. What I was going to say, though, was this. Okay. MJF last week fell into that cake, looked like an idiot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Heels in WWE never do that. Stokely fucking Hathaway tonight got his ass fucking kicked, and he was hilarious while he did it. And he just went out there and he was a good soldier and got the shit beat out of him by Hook. Mm-hmm. That's the shit I like to see, because that's like good. We don't ever get that in WWE. The heels never look bad. Yeah, that's one thing I like about AEW is the heels look bad sometimes.
And when they like in WWE, when they set shit up like that, there's always a swerve, always.
There was no swerve, and that's how you fucking need it.
Yeah. Was he?
They were hilarious.
Was he rocking Farouk's Nation of Domination gear?
He sure as shit was.
That was, oh my god.
He sure as shit was. I saw that immediately too. I was like, oh, Nation of Domination, cool.
That was excellent.
Stokely's pretty good.
Yeah.
I feel like if he had like one guy who's just a little better, they could really have something with him. They need to put him with, because like Big Bill kind of could be an upper mid card guy. You can't put the strap on Big Bill.
No. No.
And then they have like Ethan Page is getting there.
Yeah.
But the problem with Ethan Page is he's always like he's the mid card heel guy that loses to the up and coming baby faces. Because he's not beating Hook. Who's beating Hook? Nobody's beating Hook.
Not Ethan Page.
Leon's not going to beat Hook.
No. I'll be Hook.
Who do you have beat Hook, I mean, it's
really, I think it's got to be somebody who's not there currently.
Hit him with a chop. To the forehead.
The Andre chop.
I feel like Hook would destroy you.
Potentially.
Like in a real fight, because he's like a D1 athlete and he's really fast and like quick and shit. And you're just kind of a lumbering old man. I don't think any of us could beat Hook. I think the three of us get our asses kicked by Hook.
I mean, that's not really saying much. I don't think any of us have like
I think we
professional fighting experience.
I can bench press a small car, but I don't want to fight Hook.
Yeah.
I could bench press more than Leon deadlifts, but I don't want to fight Hook.
I'll hit him in the nuts from behind, and you power slam the shit out of him. And then we'll both lay on top of him and get the pin.
That's his ass crack.
What would actually happen is we would do the thing where we all pretend to run to the ring, let's go, and then we'd run, and then I'd stop, and Bud would stop, and Leon would run right in and be like, oh, God damn it!
Not again.
This was not the plan, guys.
There wasn't not the plan. Do you remember the summer we had all the our overruns when we started those? Mm-hmm. When the heel group was me and Crispy and Paulson?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And it was Hardcore Steinberg and the Purple Perverted Ninja.
Oh God.
And it was actually we were a great heel group, but every fucking end of the show, you guys would just beat the shit out of us. There was that one time me and Crispy are like to Paulson, we're like, let's go back in there. And Paulson's like, yeah, he goes running in, and I stop, and Crispy stops. He goes in there and just gets the shit beat out of him. That was great. I don't know. Every time we did that, someone would call one of us heels a that we'd have to come back. What are you, and then we'd have to run back. It's just like, oh. Yeah, just got my ass kicked for 25 minutes. Great.
It's how we got you. Actually, I don't know if that was part of it. We had some pretty epic overruns for sure. Yeah.
One night we did Dance Like We Were in Sync.
Oh.
Yeah, that happened. You were there for that. You were part of it, bud.
Yeah. Was that the Brewd that did that?
That would have been Hardcore Borden, Orgasmo, and Shockwave. We had a feud with Hardcore and Borden where they couldn't touch each other, and then we came out for the overrun, and I'm like, let's just do... Then we did an NSYNC song. I remember that.
Of course, because why not?
That was so stupid.
Good Lord. It's ridiculous.
Overruns are fun, though. If you ever go back and watch the footage of like Steve Austin and his overruns, that dude was having the time of his fucking life.
Yeah, because like there's yeah.
Like you actually get to connect with the audience in a different way. Not that we were connecting with an audience, we just like to be stupid, but they're fun because they're not the same. It's like different. I'm still doing this, but now I can kind of fuck off.
You can like drop the veil a little bit because the cameras aren't on.
Yeah.
And like yeah. Drink 127,000 beers. I remember watching a couple of overruns where Steve Austin was just like drinking beer after beer after beer, and the whole like ring was just covered in beer. And then somebody would come out and give him a stunner, and then he'd leave.
Then he'd ask the freaking camera guy, "What's going on? How you feeling?" "I want to go home." What?
Oh Christ!
You just did a 4-hour overrun, Steve. We can't do that. I wish we could have got like 2 more years out of him on top.
Yeah.
Like 2 more good years of him being champion. But
2 more years of him like being physically capable of holding an awesome match. Like he could go for a guy who was beaten up as much as he was. But he was another guy who understood the business. He's kind of in that Punk MJF vein. Yeah.
He understood the business so well. Mm-hmm. And he could get any response he wanted out of the crowd. But it was really hard when they turned him heel because everybody was like, dude, we're not fucking booing you. You're Stone Cold Steve Austin. You're the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
That was
I mean, at that point, like nobody had seen like the cool guy heel. Like that wasn't a staple in wrestling yet. Not really. And like
Rock.
Like how do you
Rock.
Yes, but I mean like that's same era. Like that was still new enough that they didn't know how to counter that. Now 20 years later, I think MJF understands it and Punk probably understands it. I'm sure other guys could do it. Like Mox could do it. Mox is doing it, like presently.
I like Mox.
He was like their top babyface essentially, and in the matter of like 2 weeks, he's
having a really hard time focusing right now because all I see is a picture of Tugboat and Gooker, and it's just kind of throwing me.
That'll do it.
Tugboat.
If Sheik Tugboat would have turned on the Gooker and just beat him up and ripped off his eyes, and then the Gooker came out with no eyes and like eye patches on, then you might have been on something.
And then,
that's a money feud right there.
And then it becomes a horror feud.
Gobble gobble.
License to print money.
I would watch that. I would have watched that. Gobbledygooker with no eyeballs, blood coming out of him, carrying around a machete, chasing Tugboat.
Jesus Christ!
Weird
The fuck?
Chic Tugboat. Call him the correct name. It's Chic.
Sorry, Chic Tugboat. Chic Tugboat.
Chic Tugboat. Yeah.
Cheeky Tugboat.
God, that was fucking bad.
I think we've run our course, fellas.
Of bad wrestling, yeah.
Bad wrestling, yeah.
There was good wrestling tonight, though. But yeah, the bad wrestling is.
It was a mix. It was a mix.
Dynamite.
No. On this show.
Oh, this show was mostly
we've gone
shit,
back and forth with the talking
mostly
about good
shit.
and shit, like back and forth.
Mostly shit. Yeah.
Mostly shit. Yeah.
I just like arguing about stupid things. Like.
Like, what would be the? Well, this was Leon's question. What would be the finisher name for the? Oh my God! The Gobbledysheeker. That's the swerve of a lifetime. Tugboat recruits.
Then the Gooker pulls the mask off. The Gooker pulls the mask off, and it's Saddam Hussein.
Jesus Christ!
Well, it's been nice. We've been canceled. Bye, everybody.
Oh, could you imagine the fucking hate they would have got for that? Money.
Oh, Christ.
Saddam Hussein gobbling like a turkey. Oh, what the fuck?
That is absolutely something Vince would have done, though. Absolutely.
When Piper wrestled Goldust WrestleMania 12, they fucking wanted OJ. They wanted OJ to wrestle Goldust.
Really?
That was their match. That was what they wanted to do. But then OJ saw Goldust and wasn't comfortable with the character of that nature.
Good Lord.
You can't fucking pick it up. I don't know if this is going to be good for my image.
Sounds like when James Cameron decided that he didn't want Simpson to be the Terminator because people couldn't picture him as a murderer or a killer. Excuse me, a killer. Excuse me.
Oh, I can't do this. It's bad for my image. Yeah, no, you just kind of you got through a trial there. Everybody kind of knows he did it. Yeah, okay, whatever. Sorry. Fake fighting a man wearing lingerie under his Goldust outfit. Yeah, that's probably...
That's the line.
That's the line we don't want to cross. Couple of murders, you're fine. You're fine.
Well, I need a good PR team. You're all right.
You got to title this episode, bud, because this episode has been just
I don't fucking
bizarre.
know. I think that's what I'm going to title it. I don't
shitty
fucking know.
fantasy booking. I don't think you can say shitty in a title, though, so you have to say, like, dookie fantasy booking.
Poopy pants.
With the Brewd.
The poop emoji with a Y after it, fantasy booking?
Probably.
Do you guys remember, this is just out of I constantly think about this tag team, and I don't know why. It's like 93 WCW, and suddenly there's these two brothers that come in, Keith and Kent Cole. They're like these blonde guys that have like Sting's blonde, like fucking flat top haircut, and they're like bigger guys, and they brought them in as a tag team, and like they made a big deal about them, and they never pushed them. They were just like lower mid card guys. And I always think like
lower mid card guys that they made a big deal about.
Yeah, and then they didn't push them. They made their debut. They made a big deal about, and then they had them feud with bad people, the Cole twins.
And then the bell rang.
I don't remember him being shitty, but I was also 9. So
it's possible you were mistaken.
Yeah, it's very possible they were. Yeah, but they like.
Figuring it's unlikely that you were a work rate mark at 9 years old, so.
I don't know, though. I really liked Ricky Steamboat because I always thought his matches were fun because he was really good.
He was.
And
accurate.
But they were.
Steamboat was such a good worker. Doesn't get enough credit. I love Steamboat. Steamboat Danielson, that's the feud I want to see. But Steamboat's his kid was a good worker too, but he just got too many concussions. So Richie, he kind of just bombed out. Yeah, I think about the Cole twins a lot. Is that weird?
Maybe.
Because I know like a team where I was like, they made such a big deal. I'm like, are they gonna? These guys should be fighting for the tag team champions, and instead they fought Shake Pierce and Tex Slashinger, who later became the Pig Farmers, Hog and Pig, and
the
Godwins in WWE.
Oh my God!
Henry Owen,
the Godwins. I forgot about this.
Midian, then he became Midian, then he became Naked Midian. That poor man.
He made a career, though.
Collected a paycheck, man.
The last time he was on TV was when he was the fake Mick Foley. When Mick Foley got quote-unquote fired. They did all the vignettes with him, and then Mick Foley really came in, and Mankind came in and beat him up. Yeah.
That was a while
ago. Then they just kind of... Well, yeah. It's like 2000.
Yeah.
It's like 23 years ago. That's great. Fucking old. The Attitude Era is like 20 years ago.
25 almost.
Now you're just bumming me out.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We're on such a high note. Now you're like, oh, we're fucking old. Okay.
You want me to make you feel better, bud?
Yes, please.
Beaver cleavage.
Oh my God. Beaver cleavage. Oh, they thought that guy was gonna. He was like the next big thing.
You watch one vignette and it's just like, this sucks really bad. Nobody likes a wet, sloppy beaver.
Oh Jesus!
I spilled my milk, Mom. Well, that's not good. Nobody likes a wet, sloppy beaver, and then it's just like. And it's just cringe. Everybody's just like, oh, the fuck, guys.
That was how they invented it. That was the invention of cringe.
That was Russo, man. That was a Russo 100%.
Really? That surprises me to my very core.
I, for one, am shocked.
I love Vince Russo. He was so totally misunderstood in WCW. He had a really good plan. Make everybody in WCW seem like they're from WWF. We'll turn Booker into The Rock. We'll turn Hoovy into The Rock. We're just going to turn everybody into The Rock.
Rock Championship Wrestling.
Really easy to write for.
And then they had oh, what the fuck? They had the Road Dogg's brother there, so they just turned him into
the Road Dogg.
The Road Dogg. Yeah. They called him Buzzkill.
And he wore
fake dreads.
Tie-dye shirt and dreads.
But he had to wear a hat with fake dreads because he couldn't grow his hair.
That's right.
Like, what the fuck? Oh, they did that worse than we did.
Yeah.
Like,
well, because we saw that it was shit, but we leaned into it.
Big Slow was funny.
Yeah.
Okay. Obtuse angle.
They did that shit in all seriousness, in full seriousness. Like, this is going to get us money.
No tongue, no cheek.
Getting Road Dogg's brother to dress like Road Dogg is going to get us money.
How did I just like sitting here thinking this, processing this through my head.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, so like we had the Battle Royal and we all just came out as weird WWF wrestlers. They were just like complete gimmick copies with name changes.
Yeah.
And like I get a lot of them, like Big Slow.
Mm-hmm.
Totally obvious. Jensen was Chili McFreeze. Stone Cold, get it? There's a story. How the fuck do you turn Shane O'Mac into Handy Snack?
They rhyme.
Like how did we?
I think that was it.
I accept that.
I loved Handy Snack. Taboo.
I have some sweatpants.
I'll wrapped around your head.
Yeah.
As you point to the sky, and then you just stop and go, no. And you point, just like, what the fuck?
I vaguely remember at one point having I probably did this more than once, where like somebody else was like pointing at the ground, and I was like, no, it's up, down, up, down.
Yeah, we get that a lot. I remember doing that spot with you when I was a ref.
I think you're right.
Our refs were the best. Leon, were you ever a ref? You never refed anything. You were too tall.
Sure, I did.
Did you? Were you a shitty ref or a good ref? I don't remember.
I think the problem
Depends
was
on what the situation called for.
The ref shirt didn't fit him, but there was once or twice where you played like a guest ref and you wore the shirt as like a joke because you were like Jeb or somebody, and so you were wearing it, and the joke was that it was too big for him.
That fucking like Dale Earnhardt sweatshirt that Leon used to put on that was a kid's small. Are we gonna get that off of him? Who cares? It's his problem.
We got it off him.
That was whatever kind of referee the situation called for.
But not a good one. Not a good one.
I mean, sometimes.
Well, you had
right down the middle.
You had Mosh ref.
I did.
Rainville was referee Mephistus Schultz.
Mm-hmm.
I was head referee Peter Frampton, who was amazing. He's such an idiot.
Peter Frampton. No relation.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said. That's why I thought it was funny. I'm Peter Frampton. Why? Oh, like the singer? I don't know who this is. What are you talking about? Good one. You didn't have a ref name, though, did you, Leon?
Not that I recall.
Outro us, bud, because I want to say something offensive that we can't say on here.
Okay, everybody, bye. I have been Bud. This has been Leon. That has been Town. We have been all over the goddamn place, and I hope that you've watched to the end here. If you have, I am sorry.
My apologies.
You're welcome.